Okay, YouTubers, and especially the Google Plus team, who I've been sending stuff to lately. You've probably already got my status reports on my 4G. Well, the good news is I got it going. I had a little bit of help from the Telstra people, and it was really good, because it was good that it didn't work in hindsight now, because not only did we, well, of course we all know that I've got some, computer fan cleaning videos. I've got so many videos to fire off, but I had to basically clean out the fan. It was not just, the vent holes were clogged and all that. So just when my data ran out of the one that was powering my phone, of course, there was almost the pocket Wi-Fi device, the little Vodafone unit, was running out of power, but I needed more data to thump through, because all that data from my Telstra Bigpond was on my phone, and that little pocket Wi-Fi device that I was using for the desktop, it just didn't seem appropriate, because we got a big desktop running a very cheap and a very, well, not all due respect, it's been a good little unit, and I'll keep it as a backup unit if I need more data, or if there's a breakdown or another issue like this. But I was using that to issue some updates, and also I had to do other things. I had to basically reconfigure the computer. Basically, we had issues with we had the Windows firewall operating at the same time as the McAfee firewall. We had a whole lot of issues, like things were disabled and enabled that shouldn't have been. All these features, and that's why we had a lot of. So we had a lot of cleaning up of the machine, a lot of configuration to be done, a learning curve in itself. And remember, guys, I've not got any help from any, I don't call on any friends or experts that I know in the game. It's amazing. It's like I feel as if it's almost like I'm keeping a virtual TV channel up and running and all the rest of it. And I don't get any help from, friends or family, but that means the good thing is it gives me a sense of achievement, and Telstra actually helped me, but only, they just pushed me here and nudged me there. But sometimes with when I'm dealing with technical stuff, I only just need even though I'm inexperienced. I mean, the thing is, I've got stereo blindness and I have got virtually no short-term memory, which means effectively I can't, I'm on a disability pension, and basically in some ways I feel a bit like a web crawler. But the stuff that does work in my head, it works very well, and it makes me feel more like I've achieved something. But I'm looking forward soon to entering, finding Luigi, because as you notice, I'm very good at configuring copiers. So I learn by example. I'm good at learning by doing things. I don't learn from manuals, but manuals are a great reference. So I have a problem with configuring a copier. A big problem, well, I just go to the manual and just find a little chunk of information that might be critical. Bang, I can find it. But I actually find, to be honest, guys, I find reading a copier manual from cover to cover, I just can't do it. It's almost boring in a way, but I can't learn that. So theoretical learning is useless. But don't worry, Luigi will be on his way soon, I'm sure. But I forgot to show you guys this lovely unit. I've got to be careful not to expose myself to too much of this dinking RF. I think that's what they call it. So, I don't know, I've got to be very careful here. So basically I'll just put it on the table and just show you the display. But again, I hope I'm not handling this, because this thing does give off radiation. They warn you about it. And I think 20 centimeters is really the distance. It's not, so basically that's it glowing in the dark. We better not stand too close to it for long. I'll turn the light on just to show you what the machine looks like, the little unit. And again, I had technical issues, so, and also, these things are hard to set up, but just about every kind of technology is difficult. But when I had my little Vodafone unit, this one here that I've been using for my desktop YouTubies, we had similar issues we had to configure the computer and that, but I had some issues where I did some system restore work, and basically I totally messed up the computer. And while we were transitioning from the old Telstra Bigpond purely on the mobile device and moving it into both the mobile and sharing 15 gigs worth of data, if I remember correctly, between the computer and the phone. And I'm paying about the same, a bit less actually, but it's roughly the same price. So I was paying, like, for the phone, I was paying about for 12.5 gigs, I was paying whatever I was paying. That was how much I was getting on the phone, and to supplement the phone and to do all my editing work as I use the YouTube editor to create those really crazy edits. And I'm hoping to send off that other status report in an edited form, which shows the whole of, you've seen it, but I like to jazz things up. So I'm really big on using the YouTube editor for my crazy clips, and yeah, it's really cool. Not many people seem to do that. But anyway, it's all running now. Computer's been configured. We also use the thing called, if I can bring it up here. It's not easy doing this with my ding left hand, but anyway, we won't take too much time on this. But I love this geek stuff. But anyway, let's see if I can put it there. We also got this application I installed when I was still at Mum's place. It's called Tune Up Utilities. Now this does a lot of the hard work in configuring, but the thing is, it's only so much it can do, and it helps you, clean things up like a defragmented hard drive. It just clicks it up in one. It can go in one go. It's got here. I usually run it in turbo mode for high performance, and you've got standard mode. Switching to standard, I've got to get off this ding phone. But basically, you can basically switch between the different types of modes. You've got economy mode, which I click it into economy mode when I go to bed. I don't want to run up my father's power bill, and indeed, the electricity is a shocker at the price we're paying now, and they're getting into this noise. It's getting into fossil fuels. Like they're still burning coal, and they're talking about coal seam gas and it's disgusting, guys. I really can't stand it. But of course, we can't change this overnight. As my old keyboard teacher used to say, Rome wasn't built in a day. But I've got to go because, man, I keep chewing and spewing information a lot. I mean, I'm hoping Luigi will be here on the scene very soon, because basically it gets very lonely. But I've gone through lots of stuff and in my life, not pretty, but I'm sure, and the future's bright. At least I've got my dreams back from my childhood days and pre-1989, disaster of 89, and of course I've got deep regrets about rejecting my future husband, and basically thought he was just like everyone else and blah blah blah. But basically, we all make errors, and sometimes the errors we make, we have to basically learn to forgive ourselves as well as those who've wronged us, and that's basically a big challenge on both sides of the coin as I speak. So I better leave you with that. But that's my little unit, and I love it. 15 gigs now between phone and computer, but basically with the Wi-Fi device, I was paying like $59, and it's a recharge, prepaid. So I was paying for an inefficient connection, but when we were getting that thing working a few months ago, I basically had to go to a call centre and have that helped, and I had to get them to sort of, technicians to hijack the computer and help fix things up, which were really bad. So, but I like Telstra. Telstra to me is the best. Got to go. Bye.